Hey everyone, this is Noah, and welcome back to English Insider. Let me ask you a question. Can you understand English perfectly well, but when it's your turn to speak, your mind suddenly goes blank, and you can't seem to get any words out? Well, you're definitely not alone. Many English learners find that they understand a significant amount of English. They can enjoy movies, they can easily follow podcasts, yet they still struggle to speak fluently. Why is this? In this episode, we're going to delve into this very issue, and I'll be sharing 6 straightforward tips to help you start speaking more confidently and effectively. As always on this podcast, I will be speaking slowly and clearly, so you can absolutely use this for shadowing practice. Feel free to listen, repeat, and really try to match my pronunciation, my rhythm, and my intonation. My goal is to help you improve both your listening and your speaking skills simultaneously. So, let's get started. Alright, let me share something crucial with you. Understanding English and actually speaking English are 2 distinct skills. It's quite common for learners to say, I understand almost everything, but I just can't speak. This is a very typical experience, and there's a clear explanation for it. When you are understanding, you are in a passive mode. This means you are typically sitting, listening, or reading. Your brain is simply receiving the English language. You don't have to actively produce anything. You just need to grasp the meaning. However, speaking is a completely different ballgame. When you speak, you are in an active mode. You need to juggle multiple things simultaneously. You have to think of the appropriate words, organize your thoughts logically, construct your sentences correctly, and produce the correct sounds. And, importantly, you need to do all of this relatively quickly, in real time. This can be challenging even for advanced learners. But here's a fundamental truth: most learners simply don't practice speaking enough. They might diligently study grammar books, complete listening exercises, watch countless movies, or even write in English. While these are all valuable activities, they won't significantly improve your speaking unless you actively use your voice. Speaking is a skill, much like cooking, swimming, or dancing. You only get better through active participation, not just by thinking about it or watching others do it. That's precisely what we're going to focus on today. My aim is to help you speak more often and feel more self-assured when you do. So, let me give you 6 simple yet effective tips to help you get started and begin using your voice in English every single day. Tip number 1. Don't wait for perfect grammar. This is incredibly important to understand. Many learners put off speaking because they believe they need flawless grammar first. They think, I'll start speaking when my grammar is perfect, or, I need to learn more before I can speak, or, I'm afraid of making mistakes. But the reality is, you don't need perfect grammar to start speaking effectively. You only need to be clear. And by clear, I mean, can the other person understand your intended message? If the answer is yes, then your English is already working. Listen to this simple sentence. Yesterday, I go to the park. Is the grammar perfect? No. But do you understand the meaning? Yes. And that's what truly matters at this stage. Think about how children learn to speak. They certainly don't know all the grammar rules. They might say things like, me want juice. The grammar isn't correct, but everyone around them understands what they mean, and they naturally improve over time. You can absolutely do the same. Making mistakes is actually a good thing. It signifies that you are trying, that you are learning, and that you are using English in real-life situations. Even native speakers occasionally make grammatical errors. So, please don't be afraid. Don't wait for some elusive moment of perfection. Start speaking now with the grammar you currently possess. Use simple words, construct short sentences, and most importantly, express what you want to say. Over time, your grammar will undoubtedly improve, but you will already be speaking, and that's a fantastic achievement. So, remember this. Fluent with mistakes is far better than silent with perfect grammar. Say it with me. Fluent with mistakes is better than silent with perfect grammar. Speak first, refine later. You've absolutely got this. Tip number 2. Learn chunks, not just individual words. Here's a significant tip, my friend, and it has the potential to transform how you learn English. Instead of focusing on memorizing single words in isolation, try learning chunks. So, what exactly are chunks? Chunks are short, common phrases that native speakers use every day in real conversations. They're not just individual words, but rather groups of words that naturally go together. For example, you might learn the word busy. But in real life, people often say, "I'm a bit busy right now." Or, "Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate." Or, "Let's talk later, I'm swamped today." Each of these is a chunk. When you learn these chunks, something amazing happens. You don't have to construct sentences from scratch, word by painstaking word. You don't need to pause and think, how do I express this idea in English? The entire phrase is already stored in your brain, ready for immediate use. Think of them as pre-assembled blocks of language that you can simply pick up and use in real-life situations. Can I help you? I'm not sure. That sounds great. What do you mean? These are all examples of real English chunks. This is how people actually speak. When you utilize chunks like these, you automatically sound more natural, more fluent, and much more confident. So, how do you go about learning these chunks? Here are a few easy ways. Pay close attention to real conversations in English, from podcasts, TV shows, and movies. Notice the phrases that people use repeatedly. Write these phrases down, not just single words. Write the entire phrase, such as, "I'll get back to you," or, "It depends on the situation," or, "That's a good question." Then, say these chunks out loud. Repeat them, practice using them, and actively incorporate them into your own speech. You can even record yourself speaking these chunks and listen back to identify areas for improvement. Every time you encounter a good, useful phrase, ask yourself, could I use this in my own life? Could I say this at work, in a cafe, or when talking to a friend? If the answer is yes, learn it, remember it, and start using it. So, remember, don't just build your English vocabulary word by word. Build it chunk by chunk. Tip number 3. Speak to yourself. This tip might sound incredibly simple, but it's remarkably powerful. If you truly want to speak English well, you absolutely must speak English every single day. But here's a common problem. Many learners say, "But Noah, I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't live in an English-speaking country. I don't know any native speakers. I completely understand this challenge, but here's some fantastic news. You don't actually need a partner, you don't need a teacher, and you don't even need a friend to practice speaking. You can simply speak to yourself. Yes, have conversations with yourself. I know it might sound a little strange at first, but trust me on this. It really works, and it works incredibly well. Speaking to yourself is genuinely one of the most effective ways to practice English. Why? Because you can do it anytime and anywhere, at home, in your car, while taking a walk, even while you're cooking or in the shower. There's no need to schedule anything, and there's absolutely no pressure. It's just you and your own voice. So, what exactly should you talk about? Well, you can start by simply describing what you are currently doing. I'm making coffee now. It's raining outside. I need to charge my phone. Now I'm opening the window. You can also talk about your day. Today I feel a little tired. I have an important meeting at 10 a.m. I'm planning to go for a walk later. You can even ask yourself questions and try to answer them. What do I want for dinner tonight? Why is this particular goal important to me? How can I learn English more effectively? You can even act out short, imaginary conversations by yourself. Hello, how can I help you today? Yeah, I'd like a coffee, please. Sure. Anything else? No. Thank you. You can play both roles in the conversation. This is a fantastic way to practice real-life scenarios in the comfort of your own space. Now, you might be wondering, why is speaking to yourself so helpful? Because when you engage in self-talk in English, you actively train your brain to find the right words more quickly. You build fluency without any stress or pressure. You essentially learn to think directly in English. Think of it as going to the gym, but for your brain and your mouth. You are actively exercising your English skills every time you speak out loud, even if it's just to yourself. And the best part is, nobody else is watching, nobody else is listening, and nobody else is judging. You have the freedom to make mistakes, try again, and repeat phrases as many times as you need to feel comfortable. So, if you make it a habit to speak to yourself in English every day, your brain will naturally start to think in English more often. You'll gradually reduce your reliance on translation, you'll feel more prepared to speak with others, and ultimately, you'll feel more confident and more fluent. Tip number 4. Use AI, artificial intelligence. This tip is incredibly important and remarkably useful in today's world. AI refers to artificial intelligence, such as tools like ChatGPT, Copilot, or Pi, the personal AI assistant. You can ask these AI tools questions, you can have full-fledged conversations with them, and you can practice speaking English every single day. AI never gets tired, it's always ready to chat, and it will absolutely not judge your mistakes. So, which AI tools are particularly helpful for practicing speaking? My personal favorite is ChatGPT. You can either type your messages or speak them aloud. It can correct your sentences, help you practice dialogues, and even provide feedback. Another excellent option is Pi, the personal AI assistant. You can have natural spoken conversations with it, and it responds with a very pleasant and friendly voice. Then there's Microsoft Copilot. Many of these AI-powered tools even allow you to speak and listen in real time, simulating a genuine conversation. Here's how you can start using AI for speaking practice. Choose one of these AI tools and initiate a simple chat. You could start by saying something like, "Hi, I'm learning English. Can we talk?" Or, "Let's practice a short conversation that might happen in a cafe." Then, speak or type your message. The AI will respond to you. You can then reply again, and the conversation will continue naturally. It's a completely safe and private space to practice, free from any stress or pressure. You can also explicitly ask the AI, "Please correct my English," or, "Can you speak slowly and simply with me?" It will adapt to your needs, repeat things if necessary, and explain words you might not understand. This way, you're not just studying English, you're actively using it. You're practicing real conversational scenarios, training your brain to think in English, and progressively building your fluency. Tip number 5. Use the 4-3-2 technique. This is a very powerful technique that, while simple, can significantly accelerate your fluency development. Let me explain how it works. First, choose a short topic to talk about. This could be a story you recently heard, a podcast episode you listened to, or even just something that happened to you during your day. Now, here's the technique. First, speak about this chosen topic for a full 4 minutes. Make sure to speak relatively slowly and try to include as many details as possible. After you've spoken for 4 minutes, take a short break. Then, speak about the exact same topic again, but this time for only 3 minutes. Because you have less time, you'll naturally need to speak a little faster and be more concise. You will essentially be saying the same things, but you'll need to organize your thoughts more efficiently. Finally, speak about the same topic one more time for just 2 minutes. Now, you really need to speak smoothly and fluently, minimizing any long pauses. You already know the story well by this point, so you are much more prepared. Aim to express yourself clearly and fluently within the 2-minute time frame. This is a truly great technique, but why is it so effective? Because the more times you retell the same story, the more automatic your English becomes. You don't have to stop and think as much because you already know the vocabulary, you're familiar with the sentence structures, and now you can produce them faster and more fluently. So, let's recap the steps. Step 1. Speak for 4 minutes, slowly and with plenty of detail. Step 2. Speak for 3 minutes, a little faster and more concisely. Step 3. Speak for 2 minutes, smoothly and fluently. You can even record all 3 versions of your speech if you like. This allows you to listen back and hear your own progress. You'll likely notice that your final 2-minute version sounds significantly stronger, more confident, and more fluent than your initial 4-minute attempt. Tip number 6. Use one sentence in many different ways. Take a single, simple sentence and practice saying it in as many different ways as you possibly can. This exercise helps you to think more quickly, speak more naturally, and really demonstrates just how flexible the English language can be. Let me show you how this works with an example. Start with a very basic sentence, such as, "I went to the store." Now, change it little by little, adding more detail each time. "I went to the store yesterday." I went to the store yesterday to buy some bread. I went to the store yesterday because we didn't have any food at home. You can also try changing the feeling or the context of the sentence. I had to go to the store again. I went to the store, but it was already closed. Guess what? I went to the store and saw my old teacher. You can also experiment with changing the grammar. I'm going to the store now. I've just been to the store. If I had gone to the store earlier, I wouldn't be hungry now. You can even change the subject of the sentence. My sister went to the store. Nobody went to the store, so we ordered food online. All of these might seem like small alterations, but when you put them all together, they significantly help you learn how to think on your feet, how to add relevant details, how to apply different grammar structures in real-life situations, and how to express a wider range of emotions and nuances. This is what real fluency is all about. You're not just memorizing phrases, you're actively creating them. Okay, in this episode of English Insider, we've explored why many learners can understand English quite well but still find it challenging to speak fluently. Remember, speaking takes consistent practice. So, use your voice, use it every single day. This has been English Insider, and I'm Noah. Keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.